I want to make another video on this subject, which is the subject of death. And I think this is a very, very important subject to reflect on regularly. I was reading a little bit about the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, who was another Stoic philosopher, and he really takes the idea of death very deeply. He talks about it a lot, thinks about it a lot, because he was around death frequently. He was a general, so he saw soldiers die, he saw people die from plague. He saw death a lot. He saw how short life really is. And that's the important thing to take from this, is that life is incredibly short. Our lives are over in a cosmological blink of an eye, a flash. We are just a speck of dust. That is how quick life goes by. And to think about this and to understand it, to really believe it, will get you to take action doing the things that you actually want to do, excuse me, and the things that you actually need to do in life. Because it's easy to feel like it's going slowly, not much is happening, or life will take years and years, and it's not that fast, but it really is. I'm here to tell you right now, life is very, very quick, and it will be over before you even realize it. It will be over. You'll be at a point where you're old, you're feeble, you're weak, and everything has been used up. It is time for you to go. Because that is a natural cycle of life, and there's nothing to be afraid of, but it is something that you need to reflect on. We grow, we age, we become feeble, weak, and then we die. And then we are gone for eternity. Never again to probably have a chance like this again, depending on what you believe in. Now, this is also important in another reason. Marcus Aurelius talked about this. He said when anyone offended him or betrayed him in some way, he remembered that they too were soon going to die. In only a blink of an eye, they will be old, feeble, and they will be dead. Just as I will, you will, and everyone else will. So when you look at somebody who's betrayed you, or whatever the reason that you're having some kind of issue with that person, realize that no matter what they've accomplished, how powerful they are, what they've done to you or done to somebody else, they too will be weak and be dead in a cosmological blink of an eye. They are no more holier than thou. So it's something very important to think about. And it really changes the perspective on things. If you know that you don't have much time to live, and you really believe it and really understand it the way that it is, you will start doing the things that you want to do. You will start treating people better. You will stop procrastinating about things in your life, thinking that you have your whole life ahead of you. That is a huge illusion to think that. Even if you do live another 40 years, that is not a very long time, unfortunately. But you could also die tomorrow, obviously. And so will every other single person. So it allows you to be somewhat indifferent to the hardships of life or to the problems of life, because you know where it ends. You know where it all goes at the end of the day. So what is there to be worried about? Are you afraid of losing? What is there to be afraid about losing? Because everyone essentially loses in the end. We all die. So why will you get so upset about losing some kind of game in life? Whether it's money or relationships or egotistical battles. Who cares about that? That doesn't matter. Do you think it really matters in the grand scale of the universe and everything that happens, your insignificant drama in your life, or how much money you make, or whatever it may be? None of that matters. So if you think about it, what does matter? Well, probably what matters the most is doing something that you want to do with your life that actually brings you joy while you're alive. And not only that, but being in line with your own virtues. Because your virtues are really the only thing that you can control. How you treat other people, your own self-respect, if you're kind to others, that's the only thing you can really control, and your reactions to things. Because no matter how much money you make, or success, or fame, or glory, or things that you acquire, all of those things must go away eventually. They have to be given back, whether it's in your lifetime or because of your own death. So everything external of you, you cannot hold on to, period. As much as we like to think otherwise. Especially when it comes to things like success. We like to think we can hold on to success forever. And you can't. I'm sorry to tell you, but you can't. You might be able to hold on to it for your whole life if or lucky, if you're lucky. But either way, when it comes to that time when you die, everything that you have means nothing. It's all going to go away with you. So instead of focusing on things like fame, glory, money, having 10 girlfriends, which isn't that bad, but still, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And you have very, very little control over it. You can influence these things. You can influence being healthy, for example, by eating a good diet, exercising regularly, but you could still wake up with cancer tomorrow. So you still do not have full control over health or money or any aspect such as that. So when you realize the only things you can control are your own virtues, how you treat other people and how you react to things, and none of the externals do you have full control over, and that death is sooner than you like to think it is. Most people don't like to think about that, but it's true. 50, 60, 70 years if you're lucky, that's nothing. If you look at the billions and billions of years that the universe has existed, and planets and stars and everything like that, you were nothing. You were cosmologically a second, a blink, nothing. Insignificant impact on everything that happens. You have much less control and power than you think, no matter what it is. Even the richest man on the earth has very little power in the grand scheme of things. So realize that death is going to come sooner than you'd like to think it is. And embrace that, because it will get you to do the things that you want to do, and it'll put your ass into action. Also realize that your enemies, the people who have done you wrong, they're going to be feeble and weak and die too, very soon. So there's no point staying mad at them or holding anything against anybody else, because they'll be dead very soon as well. And it'll be as if they never existed and it won't even matter. As well as your friends who you do care about. Be kind to them, treat them well, because they will be dead before you know it as well. Now I know this video says grimace, but that's not the point. It's to give you a sense of urgency. Yes, it's nice to be relaxed in life and enjoy your time and not rush through things and let things happen. Naturally, of course, and that's fine. But at the same time, it's very important to reflect that you're not going to be here much longer. Period. Maybe a year, maybe 10 years, 20, 30, whatever. Most of us have already lived 10, 20, 30 years. And that seemed like nothing. So can you imagine what another 20 or 30 years is going to be like? Probably nothing once you're at the end of it. So take that in consideration. Take time every day to meditate on your own mortality. It's extremely important, and it will help you get to where you want to be. So I hope this video was helpful. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the SoundCloud podcast. We talk about a lot of great stuff, especially when it comes to getting freedom in your life to enjoy what you want to do. So check out soundcloud.com/limitlesslifestyle, and we will be making some more videos soon. Thanks, guys.